Doing these videos, I want to make sure that I'm not just saying something that wastes your time, because I know that your time is just as valuable as mine. And I want to honor that. Here is one of the biggest pieces of advice that I follow in my own life that I want to share with you. The reason why I started my like page as Mantra Muscle, because I understand that everything that I believe and everything that I say over and over in my head is what I see in reality. And it starts with just a thought. And when you keep thinking that thought, it becomes a belief. And once you have a belief that's set in your mind will find reasons to validate that in your life. So there's something that you have a thought about, then you think it constantly and it turns into a belief. Your mind wants to find the reasons to say, yes, you're right, because nobody wants to be wrong. Everybody wants to be right. So a mantra is something you say over and over and over, and it's belief. It's something that you believe or something that you want to believe. You say it over and over and over so that you can believe it. Mantra Muscle, the power of the mantra to change your life. If you do just this one thing, it will completely change the course of your life. Right now, I want you to write down, just like I did. I did this a couple months ago, just because I do things, and I knew why I started Mantra Muscle, but I wanted to show. So I wrote down everything that I believe, and I stopped at just over 60, because you can go on forever. So as I was writing down these beliefs that I have, not only of myself, but of other people, of my work, of my eating habits, of my fitness, of my sickness and health, of my creativity, how I interact with people, driving habits, everything that I can attach a belief to, I wrote it down. But here's the thing. You sit there and you say, okay, take finances. I've always had the belief that I get just enough money to do whatever I want. Now, if you think about it, that's a limiting belief. It's positive to an extent, but it's limiting, because I've always had enough money to do what I want. But if I've ever had above that amount, it's always just disappeared, or something's always comes up and I lose it. Change that belief to, I always have more than enough money, and I'm always saving more and more money as time goes by. Changes it up. Now, what happens is you think that over and over, becomes a belief, and when you have a belief, your mind's going to validate the reasons why you should believe it. Therefore, you're going to bring about that in your life. Simple as that. I always show up to work just in time. So I set up these circumstances for me as I go throughout my day to get there 2-3 minutes just before I have to start work. I've always had that fine line. And because of traffic, you can get there 2 or 3 minutes early or 2 or 3 minutes late. And I was having a serious issue. I changed that belief to, I show up to work 20 minutes before I have to be there every day. And I've been fine for 2 years. Absolutely perfect attendance and perfect showing up on time to work. It's just these little changes that we can do in our beliefs that's going to completely change your life. I'm not creative enough. This is something I believe. Not me personally, I'm just saying. You can change it to say, I am wildly imaginative, and I have creative thoughts come to me out of the blue all the time. Watch what happens. I love staying in shape, and I get up to work out every day. Say that to yourself over and over and over. There's 70 people, 70% of the people don't finish a workout because it's a belief that they have. If they believed that anything that they start, they can finish, they would be in that top 30% that does finish a workout and then would have the easiest time completing everything. You have to change your beliefs. And it's as simple as writing them down. Now, as you're writing them down and you know that it's a negative belief, write it down as a positive. Just like I said, if you say you're not creative enough, say I am wildly imaginative and creative thoughts come out of the blue to me all the time. I barely have enough money to survive means you will always barely have enough money to survive. You will, but just barely. Say, I have more than enough money to do whatever I want, and I'm always saving more. Give it a shot. This will change your life. I guarantee it. If you're already thinking, I don't believe it's going to work, I'm sorry, it's not. But if you say, just maybe, this sounds like a really good idea, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to remember to do it, and I'm going to keep these pieces of paper with me, it's going to change your life. And it's going to change it fast.